All right, welcome back to Deck.Toys tutorials. Now that we've created a deck, how do we share it with students and make it public for others to use? So I'm going to click on the little gear and I'm going to either going to assign it right to a classroom or I can just share with others. Let's assign it to a classroom first, just for fun. So to do that, super easy. I'm just going to click on whatever classroom I want to. Assign it to, I can click on multiple classrooms, click OK, and now it's assigned to that classroom. If I were to come back to my dashboard, I would then see there it is, missing factors is up there. Let's come back and check it out some more though. So let's say edit deck. Let's come back up. Let's make it public so other people can find it as well. So I'm gonna click on the gear, share with other teachers and say, yeah, this is math, 3 through 5. It's an English link, make it public. And here is a link that students can use. Click on it, missing factors. It's gonna add a little description in here. Ahead and adding a description in here, but it's of course making me add at least 4 more characters. So I'm just going to put this in there and make it long enough so people can understand, okay, what's this deck about? Hit OK. And now it's going to be public for everyone else to see. One thing to know when I share with other teachers, I've mentioned before, is we don't want to use this link right here. If you had to share it out with your teachers, it's good for them to find your deck, but you want to make sure that they come back and they do what we did before, the gear, and assign it to a classroom. Or if you're in the dashboard, let's go back here, and you find a cool deck, that little pull down arrow assigned to a classroom. Why? Because here's how we're going to assign it to students. We're going to use this link right here, deck.toys/HanelsX I'm going to right click and copy it, or Control C to copy. And that's what I could put into Seesaw, Google Classroom, Microsoft, Canvas, whatever LMS you are using for students to use. So how would that look like? I'm going to open an incognito window, right? Paste it in so you can kind of see students are going to come here. Here's the classroom. They can see the deck behind it. And again, they have a choice of signing in with Google, Microsoft, signing as a guest student, or that will not track their data. The Microsoft and Google will. Or if you create students an account for them, you can create a display name and a password. You can do that. That's another tutorial that's out there, but you can add those in there and students will be able to log in and keep track of their data. The free version lasts up to 7 days and the pro version lasts longer. And maybe if I can, I will add in a link to the video of how you can create your own classes, username and password. Not my video, but I'll add in there for you anyway. Let's close that one up. There we go. Awesome. We are now ready to move on, and let's look at a few more things. Now we're going to hit this magic Enter Classroom button. And this is great for when you're with students or if you were at home, right? For at-home learning during this time. This is what it's going to look like, and you will see as students start to pop up, you'll see their little avatar or little initials pop up on the screen of where they are, so you can keep track of where they are in their pathway towards completion. You'll see their names pop up on the side, how many points they're earning, what their initials or avatar are. And right now, you can notice that it is free mode, so students can go through and explore at their own pace. But if you wanted to control maybe the first time you're doing Deck.Toys and you want to say, hey, I want to take you through the first part and kind of model this for you, which is good practice, I can just click on it and now it's in Teacher Sync. So students, as they log into the class, the teacher will have control over the pacing of the lesson or the deck. When I'm ready to let them loose, I say, all right, your turn to go for it. I can let them go and turn that to free mode. Other things to look at is the little gear at the top. I can make this full screen, choose another deck, resetting activity. So if you're kind of playing this one for fun, you say, I want to reset things or something didn't go right that day and I got to redo everything. So start everyone back to the beginning, reset activities is there. The immersive reader, in case kids need help reading, they can click on the activity and let's try that out. And there's a little speaker at the top. They can click on it and that immersive reader will pop up and read it for them. How nice is that? Here we go, right? And they can say start here, they put the little play button, and there it goes. Perfect. All right, I can pause that. I can have some settings for the voices and the speed. You can change that up for them as well. Students can choose that on their own, which is great. Immersive reader. One other thing, so there I can configure my classroom. I can view it as a demo student, right? Kind of check it out. Here's this floating embed that's new. I'm not going to cover that in this tutorial, but kind of a cool way you can embed your webcam and stuff in there or a video. I'm going to click on here back to the dashboard, and I can come back to my main homepage. And again, the reason why we want to put those decks into a classroom is for the data. That's what we want to look at for teachers, right? How can we improve our teaching? So when I hover over the deck, you'll see there is a view report. I click on the view report, and they'll break it down for students and by the different deck. I click on the different activities, and it'll show me how things are going, who's mastered it, number of students who have mastered it, and of course, no one's taken this yet, so there is a big 0 right there. If I go back, all right, under my reports, come back again one more time. Dashboard, I can pull those reports up one more time. Where is that at? Just hover over the deck, and right there it says view report, and there's more to it than that. There we go. All right, I can break it down again by students, see how many they completed, the percentage correct, go back to the deck, and kind of see how things are going there. I can even print it off, filter. There you go. All right, one last thing, again, when I enter the classroom, and if students were with me in the class, what I love to show teachers is, again, it follows that little avatar where students are. And I'll give a quick example. I was with a second grade classroom, and I was noticing there were a couple kids, 2 or 3 kids that were still far behind. They were on the easy path, for example, and they were not as they were up here. The other class was up here. They were back here. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Is it the computer? Is it them? So what Deck.Toys does is it allows students to go at their own pace, their own time, but also frees up the teacher to go back and help those students. So I also had to go back to those 3 kids, work one-on-one with them for just a couple minutes, found out what mistake they were making, and easily fix it. Say, here's a quick instruction, 2 minutes. We fixed their mistake. They weren't carrying a 1 or something in math. And they go, oh, they weren't regrouping right. And so we fixed that mistake. And boom, by the time the kids were moving on a little bit farther along, those 3 kids had actually caught up. So I was able to actually help those 3 kids instead of waiting for the whole next day or the next week to help them out. I was able to help them out in real time because I was using Deck.Toys. And this enter classroom, the real-time data as it goes through. Love it, and I hope you do too. Watch out for the next video of more advanced features. Thanks so much for watching.